Good morning, everyone, on this Saturday, April 20th. I'm Chris Allen here on the Sam Channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X. All sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace, the place to get your weather radios. It is. So if you need one, that's where you go. All right, on this Saturday morning, we're looking pretty good here. Let's check out the Plano cam. Beautiful spring day. You can see that we've got a clear, sunny sky to start. Everything's looking fine this morning. Now, earlier, there were some showers that were right along the Kentucky-Tennessee border. Some places just south of us picked up a little bit of light rain with that. And we're going to see eventually some cloud cover as a result of that. It's just a wave, little disturbance that is passing through that may touch off some of those clouds today from time to time, but otherwise it's going to be a fairly nice day. Here's a look at the downtown AAA Systems live cam, and you can see that it's a beautiful day downtown Bowling Green. Lots of sunshine. We'll begin to see some cloud cover as we go through the day, but overall, you've got a good start to the day. It's going to be a very nice day. Temperature-wise, it's going to be cooler, of course. We're done. As of yesterday, we were done, or the day before, with the mid-80s. That's not going to come back for a little while. So if you were looking for that kind of a warm temperature, that's not going to happen for a while. We're going to see this little bit of a change, a little bit of a reset in temperature this weekend, staying in the 60s, and then we'll start to see some moderation back into the 70s as we get into next week. But, otherwise, there's not much happening, not much going on, which is good. There's no, really bad weather coming that I can see. Things are pretty copacetic and pretty tranquil. So we'll just enjoy it. Today would be a good day if you want to, go outside and do some things, or maybe set some plants or whatever. And again, I know it's not Derby yet. It's not Derby weekend yet. We're close. But you're taking a risk. There could be another frost at some point. Let's hope not. But the trend is looking much better for temperatures and for putting out plants and things like that. Here's a look at the winds this morning coming in, not tightly packed isobars here, and the winds are coming in from the north. So the winds are going to continue to be a little bit brisk at times and a little bit cooler, and it's because of the high pressure system that is setting over the area. There's some of that rain that I was talking about it was along the Cumberland Plateau earlier, but now it's moved a little bit further south into southern Middle Tennessee, south of Nashville, Cookeville, Tennessee, Knoxville. There's a couple of thunderstorms going on in northern parts of Mississippi, but the really harder stuff, if you will, thunderstorm activities back into parts of Oklahoma and Texas, into Arkansas. Let's check the satellite view this morning, and you'll see that those clouds are just south of us. That are the clouds that'll just kind of be hanging around southern Kentucky today from time to time. More so if you live towards, say, Dale Hollow Lake, Lake Cumberland, maybe Green River Lake. That's where those clouds will mix with the sunshine. If you live north of Bowling Green, you're more likely to see just a sunny day, which you're seeing already. So this will be one of those days where I just want to call it a mix of sun and clouds, and really not much else. There's not going to be a whole lot of anything else going on. The best way to describe it is it could be partly cloudy or partly sunny. There is a difference. I know sometimes we just you feel like we throw these, and I feel like we throw these terms out there, and it's kind of like, does anybody know the difference? Partly sunny means there are more clouds, less sun. It's just the opposite of what you think it should be. If it's partly sunny, then that means it's mostly cloudy. I know people are going, what? You know, it's one of those things. It just, to help you parse out, if we could just make it any more confusing as weather people for you guys, that we'll find a way to make it as confusing as possible. And that's why I'm here. I try to take out the confusion and make it as simple as possible so you can understand it. I'm not going to throw out no big fancy $5 words. I mean, I could, but you wouldn't understand, and I would just look like an idiot for doing that. Plus, I've never had any of that fancy book learning. It's just, that, Here's a look at Kentucky Mesonet at WKU this morning. Temperatures upper 40s to around the low 50s. Not bad. I mean, it's going to get a little chilly the next few nights, but I don't think it's going to get cold enough that your plants that you have put out for the season are in jeopardy. I don't think we're going to get quite that cold enough. We may dip into the upper 30s, but I don't think it's going to get any colder than that. Let's check 24-hour precipitation. Yeah, I mean, just see, those of you down in Allen County, Simpson County, picked up a little bit of that light rain early this morning, but that was it. Just minuscule amounts of rain. Let's check the winds. So if you're outside today, it is a north wind. Right now, it is 5 to 10 sustained. Let's check a gust. And it can get up to 10 to 15 generally. But as you can see, the arrows are pointing south, which means the winds are coming from the north. And anytime we have a wind from the north, it's going to be generally cooler. So keep that in mind today when you're out doing something in the yard. You're going to have a wind that's, if you're facing north, it's going to hit you in the face. So it's not going to be a stiff wind. It's not going to be really all that breezy. I can't even call it breezy. From time to time, you'll notice that there is a cool wind from the north today. So when you're outside and you're trying to concentrate on, getting something done, planning something, boy, what is that wind? As you fight off the mosquitoes as well. I'm telling you what, I don't know about you guys, but right at my front door, and you guys can see that, but you can't see the skeeters. But I'm telling you what, the skeeters are all over my freaking yard. And I get out of my pickup truck there and I walk up to the front door and those things just go flying. And I'm like, where did you guys come from? I mean, they are everywhere. You can't see them on the Plano cam, but I'm telling you, those skeeters are terrible. And then they try to come in your front door and I'm trying to fight them off and get out of here, and they're like, do I have any hanging on me? And then open the door and the cats are greeting me at the door and they're like, oh, there's one. Woo, I think I'll play with it. And it's like, good Lord. Just, they're everywhere. And so I'm going to have to find some of that stuff you put in the yard that, there's some of that stuff you put in the yard. It's like little particles of some kind of chemical or whatever. To get rid of them because they're terrible. I don't know about you guys, but they are awful. So I got to get rid of those today. I got to get the stuff. All right, let's check the model blender. So here we go. Like I said, we're going to get back to the 80s, 70s, 80s. This is just temporary. You can see that today I'm going to go with 66, 65, 66. Keep in mind, it's a north wind, so I'm not going to bump up the temperature that much. When the winds are from the north, northwest, that usually means cooler conditions. So adjusting the temperature too far off of what is on the chart here is probably not a good idea. I don't think we're going to get too much warmer than that. If it were a southerly wind, that would be different. As we look at tonight, you see 43. I'm going 44. I mean, it's about right. Now, the coolest that we see is coming tomorrow night, 37. That's not freezing. That's enough above freezing to keep us out of issue with your plants that you've put out. But it may get cold enough in some spots to maybe, I don't know, maybe get a touch of frost, but still, even I think that's going to be hard to do. From there on out, it's back into the 70s and it's back into the 80s next week, the final week of April. And then we'll be at Derby. It'll be May. It'll be May. Yes, how about that? It's coming quick. It's coming quick. Very quickly. It can't be May already, but it's just about there. Another week, and we'll be there. All right, look what's back this morning in full force. The surface maps. They have had some issues with this, but now it's back, and it's back for the full 7-day stretch, so let's get going. Here's that little instability around the Tennessee-Kentucky border this morning that prompted some of those showers. Still close enough to maybe produce a few clouds, but no rain for us today. Here we go into this evening, into Sunday. There's still a little bit of trophy weather to the south, a little disturbances here, keeping some shower activity south of Nashville into southern Tennessee. This is Sunday morning, very early, just after midnight. Here we go, 7 a.m. Sunday. Showers move east with that disturbed weather. Here we go into Sunday night, Monday morning. Look at high pressure, high pressure, high pressure. Yeah. That's good. Now, as that center of high pressure with all three of these high pressure centers move east, then we'll start to get a more southerly flow instead of a northerly flow like we have today. And that will warm us up. Nice. Here we go into Tuesday morning. Disturbed weather coming across Missouri, Illinois, Iowa, Indiana, southern Great Lakes. Wednesday, we'll have a cold front come through. There will be a chance of a shower Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, right with that front. More disturbed weather out in the plains, but nothing serious. I don't see anything real serious going on, severe weather-wise, next week until we get closer to the end of the week. Here's Thursday morning, and then Friday we'll have a disturbance right over us with some showers. But we're going to be in the 70s, and you can see there's a warm front, cold front, dry line. So you know that's going to be a severe weather setup back west. But that's at the end of next week. Between now and then, a couple of shower chances, not much else going on. Hey, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that for sure. All right. That's going to do it for this podcast on this Saturday morning. Good morning to, let's see who's in the chat room. Jerry, Gail, Pat. Let's see, Charlene, Mandem 98, Vicky, Danita, Shannon, Higgs and family, Brian, Nancy, Brian, who I had lunch with yesterday. Thank you. I appreciated that. From not bandy betting. Sorry about that, Brian. Trent betting, but we were talking about bandy betting that used to exist because Trent came from bandy betting over to starting his own. And in the same spot, by the way, Trent betting. Yes, with the puppet, little Trent. Anyway, no, we had a good time yesterday. Had a good lunch, talking about some things. So, yeah. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Get out and enjoy it. It's going to be a good day. Thank you for watching. God bless. And I'll see you back here tomorrow morning.